Another throwback story of mine, if you would say. Today's a Sunday. This is the last, promise this is the last throwback story, actually, last video for a while. But this is the time that me and my cousin used to make forts. We used to make forts. And, well, they weren't like the best forts ever. I mean, they were just like sticks, dirt, and rock, and leaves and stuff. Well, we would take shovels, rakes. He had a wagon. We would put dirt in the back of that, and we would like basically excavate by hand, like an area of a hill, and that's what we did. We had like everything we would do, and he would take excavator or not excavator, no, not excavator, shovels and rakes and everything. And we would make forts, and we would do that just about every day after school, because when I was, of course, when I was like 10 or 11 years old, my mom and my dad were separated for a couple of years, so my mom would be working at McDonald's, and my sister and me would go to my aunt's house every day, not every day, but basically every day after school, and sometimes the weekends, because sometimes my mom would have to work on the weekends. So, and that was like either my aunt would be there or my uncle Jason would be there, and that was like my second home for like the longest time. Was at my aunt's house. My aunt's and my uncle's house was like my second home for the longest time. And anything, if we wanted something to drink, my aunt would have it. If we wanted something to eat, my aunt would have it. You know, we wouldn't eat everything. We get a sandwich and maybe chips and a cookie or something if we wanted one, and water or soda, mostly root beer, because that's what my cousin liked to drink. So I drink the root beer with him and everything. Of course, I was like only like 10 or 11, and my sister would be in the house, like probably on her phone. Not her, yeah, she always had like a phone with her, like even a track phone. She always had a phone. Even when she was like little, she had a phone, like a track phone. And she'd be playing with my cousins, my cousin Cassandra. And this was like way before 2009. This was like 2008, 2009. Way before my cousin Caitlin was born. My cousin Caitlin was born in 2010. So this was like 2009, 2008. And so I would be going to my aunt's house just about every day. Not every day, but like just about every day. So me and my cousin would go up to the fort, and we'd go every day. We'd go in the back, and we would take up shovels, his father's shovels, his father's shovel, or my uncle's shovel, or rakes, and you know whatever we needed to dig out a little spot to build a fort. Well, we had numerous forts. For the longest time, my aunt would tell me and my cousin, don't go up there because there was a school, and the school was called St. Mary's Academy, and it burnt down like a couple years ago. Actually, like about 5 years ago or 6 years ago or something, and it burned down. But before that, it was up, and it was active school. So my aunt would tell us not to go up there because she didn't want us to get in trouble by like the teachers or something up there, because they wouldn't like it if we were, and we wouldn't go on there. But she told us for the longest time, don't go up there, because people started to see what we were doing. We'd be building forts, and my cousin would be like taking down like little limbs and stuff, and it wasn't that much of a clearing. It wasn't that much of brush or something, so we'd make a clearing. And yeah, actually, I think the fort's actually still there. Actually, I think like where we would build forts is actually still there, because I don't think that ever was actually like I don't think that actually ever was like covered up or anything. I think that's always been there. I think that's been there for, oh my, see, 2008, 2009. That was like over 10 years ago. That was more than 10 years ago. So it's actually been quite a while. It's like probably 12 years ago. Well, not 2009, but I mean like 2008. That was probably about the time we would be building forts. That's like 12 years ago. So, yeah. Can't believe that's 12 years ago. Seems like just now. It seems like just yesterday. One day I'm going to have to go back and see if that fort is actually remaining. I mean, I'm not going to go on somebody's property, but like just looking in there or something, I would just like to see if that fort is still there actually, because I doubt it, but you never know. You never know. I want to go on somebody's property, but just reminisce to see if the fort's actually still there. Go there with my cousin or something one day. I don't know. Probably not, but you never know. Anyway, me and my cousin would make forts every day, and then we got sad because my aunt was moving up when she got pregnant with my cousin. She moved up to a trailer, a house, and to a new house. And so we left that apartment. They left that apartment to move to another house. And because the house that they were living in was getting way too small for just because she was having another kid. My aunt was having my cousin Caitlin. Or actually, she didn't know if it was a girl, but at the time, she was having another kid, so she was pregnant with another kid, so they had to move up to. Actually, they moved right across the street from me for the longest time. We lived right across the street from my cousin, my aunt, my uncle, and they still live there. And so, but we did make a fort, and then we started to stop making forts because, first of all, our woods. We really didn't have that much woods to actually make a fort, so we didn't really. We tried to make a fort at the house where we lived at, but kind of like fell through because the lady that was in the back of my aunt's told us if we make it a fort, we would be called on by the police or something because technically that was her property and we didn't know. But she was like really mean and stuff, so we never made a fort back there. When our true fort was when they lived on Cedar Street in Champlain, which was the apartments that they lived in. That was our true fort, but yeah, this time me and my cousin used to make forts. Last memory of mine. See you guys very soon.